and welcome to MoJo Wellness and Energy. I am Mindy Whitehill, your health coach, and I'm so glad that you are listening to this workshop. I'm very excited about this one. This is something that I enjoy passing on because this program has been the #1 impact for me for my discovery of which foods really are bad for me and which foods are really great for me, because I saw the biggest change and the biggest impact. So I'm hoping after you go through this today, you can see what sort of impact you can make. And I honestly believe spring is the best time to do that, or right before spring at the end of winter. So this type of year, I kind of do a gut check with myself, and I'm starting to see things that are bothering me. My mental clarity is foggy now. I'm waking up and I'm puffy, like my face is kind of puffy, and when I pull my jeans on, even though my weight's the same, and I've still been working out, they're tighter. I just got this nasty taste in my mouth in the morning, this film mucus thing. Sorry if that kind of grosses you out, but it doesn't have to be this way. We can clear it out, and that's what we're going to talk about, is how you can release your mojo again, because it's been under so much duress for the winter that we're going to release it. So I hope that you do enjoy this workshop and you learn some things from it, and then the best part for you is that you take action with some of the tips that I give you. So enjoy the workshop and learn how to release your mojo. So let's figure out if you are having any symptoms, or if you are showing anything that would indicate that you need to take some steps to help release your mojo. So go ahead and answer these questions. Do you have headaches often? Do you tend to get multiple colds or viruses every year? Do you have allergies or hay fever? Or maybe do you get congested or mucousy often? Are you puffy in your face, or do you have dark circles under your eyes? Or maybe there's some sort of skin issue like adult acne or dermatitis. Do you find that you are forgetful, have difficulty concentrating, or just can't seem to find the words? Do you wake up with a film in your mouth, especially a white film on your tongue, or just have a really nasty taste in your mouth? Have you been craving sugary, starchy, or dairy foods lately? Do you have joint or muscle stiffness? Do you have a foggy mind or low moods, or maybe even have extreme mood swings? Well, here's the thing. You don't have to have all those things. I know what it's like, and actually I have some of those symptoms right now. So I want to be your health coach today. Let me help you out through this workshop. I want to help you release your mojo. I want to help you turn those, yes, I have those, into no's. So what I do is I work with busy women. I work with busy moms just like you, and we find ways to improve different avenues of your life, okay, so that you can have energy again. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on what is causing this blockage, what is preventing you from releasing your mojo. And so if you'll continue with me, we'll figure out what it is. If you haven't been around MoJo Wellness and Energy very much, you may be wondering, first of all, what is MoJo? And so it's probably best for me to define that for you so that you have a better understanding. But MoJo is the energy inside that drives you. And so it is how people would describe you when you are at your best, what it is that lights your fire. It is your charm, your talent, your sex appeal, your essence. That all together, that is you. That is your mojo. So the thing we're going to talk about today, for the most part, is that processed foods are probably what is killing your mojo. It's what's blocking you. And we all probably know it. And what I want to do is, yes, we can make food choices, we can make some changes, but the chances of us completely eliminating processed foods is not probably going to be the avenue that's going to work for us. I understand we have all these different requirements of our life, and always picking the best foods may not be an option. But what we can do is we can take steps that can help reboot our bodies and help reboot our mojo to deal with the fact that we do eat processed foods. So if you answered yes to many of those questions before, what is happening is that you have a virus, and it's called inflammation. Okay, it's really not a true virus, but that's just the best way for me to describe it. Is you have the symptoms you are describing tell me that you have inflammation in your body. Okay, so the key step that we have to take is to figure out what our body can't handle. Okay, what is causing it to inflame? Our bodies are amazing. Okay, when we put things, if we eat things, put things into our body and ingest them, and our body doesn't recognize them. Let's say it's maybe artificial foods, or it's foods that we have kind of an allergic sensitivity to. What happens is our body will coat it with a mucus, first of all, because it's not sure how to digest it. It's not a normal, regular whole food that it knows how to digest. So what it does is it covers it. And then its reaction is to inflame the body, okay? Just like when you get hurt or injured, you get a bruise and you get swelling, that inflammation. It's the way our body tries to deal with it and heal it. But what happens is we bombard our body. We overwhelm our body with all this inflammation. And so we have all of this inflammation and it doesn't know how to deal with it. So all those different symptoms are different types of inflammation. Okay, you may have inflammation in your joints. You may have inflammation in your brain function. That's why there's fogginess. You may have inflammation in some of your nose and in your lungs and your breathing capacity, and that's what's causing some of the mucousy things. It's all different types of inflammation. So the key here is we need to figure out how to heal our body, okay? Because that's what it's asking us to do. It is trying to tell us with these signs and symptoms that it's hurting, and so we need to figure out how to heal it. One of the big ones, what's a major source of inflammation? And the first one is sugars. I don't know if you've been reading some of the major things that they've been discovering about sugar, but here's just a couple things about sugar that we've learned. One, sugar is highly addictive, okay? What studies have found is that sugar causes the same brain response, the same body response to it as crack cocaine, okay? We get such a high from sugar. It is equivalent to what they see in the brain function as to when somebody has cocaine, all right? And as we all know, we all learned in school how highly addictive cocaine is to our body, all right? So if you think of that and you make that equivalent to sugar, it's no wonder that we have sugar cravings, right? Because once you get a taste of it, your body wants more, okay? So second thing is we also have heard about sugar highs and sugar lows, right? Once you eat it, it's a fast energy. So if your body is low on energy, it'll crave sugar because it knows it'll get instant energy from it. But the bad part is it's not sustainable. So you go up, you go down. We have all sorts of insulin release issues. That's why we're seeing such a high diabetes epidemic and obesity and different levels of that. But again, the sugar just is not a good energy source for us. right? The third thing is there was a study by UCLA in 2012 that came out that showed that our cane sugar, okay, another source of sugar, and corn syrup, corn syrup, that is causing us to have mind problems. Basically, what they have proven is that it deteriorates our memory capacity. Okay, it lowers our ability to make connections. And they're also tying that to the possibility that this may be a major cause of our issues and our increased levels of Alzheimer's that we're seeing. So sugar is really, it's not good. It's not the good stuff at all. And so what I've listed here are the top sugar foods. Okay, first of all, if you're adding sugar to your foods or syrups, those are the highest ones. They're going to have the highest amounts of sugar as a percentage of what they are. The second one, as you guys have probably all read, it's pops, it's sports drinks, it's your energy drinks, and even those powdered drinks. Okay, a lot of those ones that you think you can just mix with stuff, the most of that is sugar and then some sort of artificial flavor. Okay. Next one, we know candy, fruit snacks, all that stuff that our kids just love. Think about it now as cocaine. Okay, of course they love it. They've gotten a taste of it. They've gotten that rise, so they want it some more. Desserts, pastries, donuts. Okay, we all know all those have a lot of sugar in them. Yogurts, the flavored yogurts. If you look at them as a percentage, it's a super high percentage. Yeah, the grams are lower than something in a pop, but if you compare them ounce to ounce, they're almost equivalent. Yogurt is one that kind of sneaks through because we think yogurt is healthy, but those flavored yogurts are packed with sugar. Our cereals, canned fruits, of course, if they have the syrup in them, they're full of sugar. And sauces, this is another one, the ketchups, the cranberry sauce, teriyaki sauce, spaghetti sauce. Look at those ingredients. Okay? Now what I don't want to do is just cause all sort of guilt and stress. Okay, sugar is going to be a part of our lives. For us to just completely weed it out is difficult. It's possible, but for most of us it would be very difficult to do. So don't feel like it's a no-win situation. Okay, I'm going to show you some ways that we can deal with it. But if you can try to reduce the consumption of these big major ones, or just have them like as a treat, okay, like once a month type of treat, or maybe twice a month versus on a daily basis, if that could become your goal, then that would be phenomenal. Hydrogenated fats, okay, these, as you know, this is your fast food stuff, okay, your fried foods. Many times you find it also in concession stand foods. It's the oils and stuff that they use for fried chicken, fish, and turkey. You'll also find them in things like mayonnaise, okay? These are not good for you, all right? And I think we all know that. So again, if we can reduce those, or if we do have to go to McDonald's or something like that, trying to make choices because they do have them available, you know, trying to skip the fries, all right? Or splitting the fries. Reduce it that way. Order one with fries and the other one with a salad, and then split it. You know, ways to cut it down will help your body tremendously because it is inflamed from the fact that it's so hard to digest those products. The artificial stuff, you know, not only just the artificial colors and flavors and things like that, but anything that's labeled diet, okay? Most of those have artificial sweeteners in them. Again, our body does not recognize them because they're not real. They're man-made. They're chemically produced. Foods labeled fat-free or low-fat. Okay, what happened in the 80s was that there was this huge push that you can't have any fat, that is what was causing heart disease and heart attacks and all of that, and that we had to reduce fat from our diets. So the food manufacturers took the fat. Let's give the example of either dressings or sour cream. They took the fat out. And you know what they realized? It tasted terrible when you took the fat out. That is what gave it its taste. something that satisfied and made people feel well. So what they did is they either filled it full of sugar, which that's no good, or they put artificial flavors or sugars in it to make it taste good, all right? So what I would actually encourage you to do, unless your doctor tells you not, is go for the full fat stuff. Just do it in moderation. It's better than eating the artificial stuff, right? Caffeine is another one. Caffeine is okay in limited amounts, but the additional caffeine inflames our body, okay? It causes more problems, and we all know it. I hear people that tell me, caffeine doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me at all. I can drink coffee before I go to bed at night and sleep like a baby, okay? Not being able to sleep is just one side effect of caffeine. What is happening is the inflammation that's happening and coming out as different symptoms is actually how your body deals with the issue of caffeine. All right? So our bodies don't know what to do with all these chemicals again. I just want to make sure that we understand that it's not a normal part of our digestive system because it can't recognize it as a regular food. So it coats it with a mucus, and again, our inflammation grows. This is why we start getting all these symptoms that we talked about in the beginning. So here's a little tip for you. I apologize, it does have a swear word in it, but it just rung so true when I saw this. It was on a nutrition site that I saw, and it said, whenever you see the words fat-free or low-fat, think of the words chemical shit storm, all right? And you don't want that stuff in your body, all right? It's just going to cause this storm of inflammation in your body. So as much as you can, reduce it or eliminate it from your body. The allergens. This was another one that I wanted to go over because even real foods can cause inflammation in our body. We've all probably heard of nut allergies, right? You hear of especially kids who just can't have nuts at all because basically what can happen is the inflammation can become so bad in their body that they can asphyxiate, right? They can not be able to breathe, all right? So it's very serious. But there are a lot of different allergens out there. There's eggs, there's dairy, and there's gluten. These are the top 4 allergens that people have, right? But I wanted to clarify one other thing, is that the example of the nut allergy, like the peanut allergy, that is a severe allergic reaction. But there are also sensitivities. People have food sensitivities, and that can come out as different things. My family, my sister, myself, and one of my sons have a dairy sensitivity. For my sister, if she has dairy, she breaks out in acne. My sister struggled with childhood acne and then adult acne, and it wasn't until she was in her mid-30s that a dermatologist said to her, cut out dairy. And the difference was tremendous. It was amazing. All along, all those 20 plus years that she'd been fighting all of this acne was actually due to the fact that she had a sensitivity to dairy, and the way her body was trying to tell you was through the inflammation of pimples. All right. Myself, mine is more of a stomach issue. My stomach just curdles basically when I have milk. So that's how I find my sensitivity. My son, if he were to have ice cream at night or to drink a big glass of cow's milk at night with supper, it will affect his respiratory system. He will either have a mild to a severe asthma attack in the middle of the night. It's like clockwork. So again, those are just some examples, but people do have different sensitivities. Gluten is one that's it seems to be more on the rise. But a lot of those symptoms that we talked about, if you have those and you are eating pretty good, you don't eat processed foods, it may be that you have a gluten sensitivity. So what are the cures? All right. I just talked about a whole bunch of things out there, and I don't want you to feel leaving that, well, there's no hope. You know, there's no way I'm going to be able to cut all of that stuff out. I've got kids that are in sports. We're in a gym all the time, so concession stand food is going to have to be one of our choices. There are ways to help reboost your body, and so I'm going to cover some of those right now. The first one is what I think, if you can implement this, you are going to make the biggest difference in your body that you could. And if you can do it on a daily basis, it'll be fantastic. So my first suggestion for people is to start your day before you have anything else with water. Okay? Because what happens with the inflammation in our body is that our body has become acidic. Okay? Basically, there's such a high acid level within our body from the foods that we are eating and ingesting, is that our body's pH level is out of whack. We have become acidic. And so drinking water with ginger and lemon, now you can also choose limes instead of lemons or cucumbers, helps balance our pH level. And it's a wonderful way to start out the body because the ginger and the lemon, they also have components in them that help support our liver and our kidneys, okay, which are so detrimental to our bodies and its function and how we process things through our bodies and also excrete them. So water with ginger and lemon in the morning. First thing in the morning, 20 minutes before you eat anything else. So a couple of things of how to do that. With ginger, hopefully you have a garlic press. If you have a garlic press, it'll make this very simple. You're going to buy a ginger root, okay, and it looks like a root. And if you don't know what that is, you can send me a message on Facebook and I'll post some pictures of ginger root. But take a slice of ginger root, put it in your garlic press, and press so the juice comes out. Once the pulp starts to come out, you're done. You don't want the pulp into your ginger water. You could, but it's very bitter. It's very strong, and it'll actually almost kind of burn your tongue. But you're just looking for the juice to add into your water. One slice of ginger is all you'll need. And then you want the juice of the lemon or the lime, or just put the cucumber slice into your water and let it soak in there. Right? Here's a tip for how I started to integrate lemon ginger water into my daily routine, because I just wouldn't think of it first thing in the morning. So what I did is I started a nighttime routine. I made my ginger lemon water and I set it by my bed, so when I woke up to the alarm, it was the first thing that I saw, and it was the first thing that I did is I drank it. So that was one way for me to get it. But this will be a great start to your day. It'll help detox your body. Okay? So that's what we're talking about with cures, is different forms of detoxification. If we replace the artificial stuff by eating whole foods, you're going to just naturally weed out the bad stuff and help your body detoxify. With eating whole foods, I would hope that you would focus on eating lots of green leafy vegetables. They're fantastic for helping pull all the bad stuff out of your body, and plus they give you great nutrients to help you have energy. This third one is a 12-hour fast, another thing that you can implement and on a daily basis. What a 12-hour fast is after supper, you don't eat anything. You can drink water, okay, or herbal teas, but you don't have anything that you consume for 12 hours. So if you finish supper at 7:30 at night, you won't eat breakfast until 7:30. Here's a little tidbit of information that I found pretty fascinating. The word breakfast actually means that you're breaking the fast. Okay? They knew back then that we needed to fast, that we needed to give our bodies a break and we needed to rest it. So if you're one of those people that needs to understand a little bit more why, this is what needs to happen. Our bodies need a full 8 hours to completely digest food. Okay, so we have 8 hours. But here's the other thing, is that our body needs to rest too. Our digestive system needs to rest and recuperate. So 12 hours is kind of that magic number to give it a break, to give it an opportunity to do its own natural healing and detoxify itself. So see if you can add that into your day too. The next thing would be to detox, okay? Maybe you've read about different detox programs. One program that I love is Clean by Dr. Younger. It's Junger. But basically, here are the things that I want you to know that you need to look into a detox. One, the detox needs to be food-based and not chemical-based, all right? I don't like complete juice ones either. There needs to be some consumption of food. Those juice ones are a little too extreme on our bodies. Okay? Our body does need food. It does need energy. Yeah, you could do a juice detox if you're not doing anything else. If you're going to take a week off and have a complete vacation, then maybe that would be an option for you. But my guess is that's not in the cards. So a food-based detox, not a chemical-based, and something that does have some foods in it. Okay? Another thing about detoxes is the 1 to 3 day programs, they really just don't work. Okay? Now it may work for people that eat clean already, that don't eat any processed foods at all, maybe at a birthday party every once in a while or something like that. But for the majority of us, myself included, a 1 to 3 day detox doesn't work. And let me tell you why I believe that is. Because I've tried 3-day detoxes and they don't work. The reason why is when you go through a detox, you're withdrawing from your body all of these foods, okay? And like you're withdrawing sugar. And as we know, sugar is addictive, all right? And some of these other foods and things are addictive too. So you will go through withdrawal. The peak of the withdrawal is anywhere between the 1 to 3 days, all right? You will hit that peak of withdrawal within those days. And I'll be honest, it's hard. Those days are hard, okay? So if you're in the middle of that hard withdrawal where you're having these major cravings and then all of a sudden you're done, what are you going to do? You're going to feed those cravings. It's like a huge roller coaster where you just do a complete loop-de-loop, all right? You're going to put your body through such extremes that I just have to believe that it's not healthy, okay? What you're going to do is just feed it back full of sugar, probably consume more sugar than you had in the past. And so it's not really going to do your body that much good. So what I suggest is a detox that's at least 7 days or more. All right. But here's the other thing is that I would limit it to once a year. All right. There have been some findings now that people that over detox, okay, are going to the other extreme. They're screwing their bodies up the other way by completely cutting everything out. And so their body kind of freaks out. All right. So once a year, maybe twice a year, but is what they're starting to show now. But I think once a year is plenty. My other recommendation, I believe that spring is the best time. If you look out in nature, animals, they actually do their own natural detox. Why? Because food's not available, okay? They cut out the food, they sleep more, their body's given an opportunity to rest, okay? And then in the spring, when food comes plentiful again, they feed it with really good stuff. That's basically kind of what a detox program is. So spring is the best time also for us because we're animals too. Fall would be the second choice. And here's my reasoning for that. Is summer and winter are extreme temperatures, and so our bodies need certain foods for energy to get by, okay? And so it's too extreme to add in a detox during the summer or the winter. So I feel that spring is the best time, your own spring cleaning. Fall then would be a second choice. And another cure would be probiotics, all right? Basically, you're trying, what probiotics are is what's called the good bacteria. We have bad bacteria and good bacteria. Bad bacteria, of course, is like different types of infections. Well, not only do we need to cleanse our body with a detox, we also need to heal our body with these good bacteria because they may have been withheld or they may have been killed away by antibiotics. So it is very important to feed your body with probiotics too. So if you're interested in a detox, I'm actually going to be launching a detox, and I'm going to do the detox along with, because this is what I do in the spring, is I do a detox. And the program is a 10-day detox. And given my experience with other detox programs, I put together my own detox plan that eliminated a lot of the frustrations that I had with other detox programs. Is one, you get a 6-day meal plan where it's all planned out. You don't have to go through a whole bunch of recipes and choose which recipes will work for you. And I also try to go with a meal plan that doesn't have too many crazy ingredients that you've never seen or heard of. All right, so it's a 6-day meal plan. I also have 2 videos that you'll receive with the program that help you prep the 6 days of meals. This was a huge frustration I had of mine when I did my first detox program, is that I was trying to make all these recipes and they were unfamiliar, and I didn't know how to do this, I didn't know how to do that, and it was time to get supper out, and I just couldn't do it. It added too much stress to the process. So what you get with this program is you get videos that prepare the 6 days worth of meals. You're going to have 6 days worth of meals pretty much prepared for you to be able to just take 1 or 2 steps before you can ingest them. So they'll be ready to blend in a blender for your smoothies or your soups. Or maybe you just have to cook up a few things or saute a few vegetables for your lunchtime meal and be able to eat it. So it really helps eliminate some of the craziness. You're able to prepare those things. Next thing is you get a grocery list. Here's your list. Here's everything you need. Go to the store and get this stuff and you'll have everything that you'll need. What's also nice about the grocery list is you can look at what you already have in your cupboards, mark those things off because you don't have to buy them in your set. Again, you'll get the recipes that you can reuse. Some of these recipes people love and they start to add them into their daily life. There's also a Facebook support page. It's a private group where we will support each other and help each other with it. I'll also provide some different tips and tricks how to get through some of those tough craving days. There'll also be some different tips and tricks on how you can detox other external areas in your life. A lot of great information there. But here's what I also love about my program is that it's yours to keep. You know, as I said, I believe that detoxing should happen once a year, every year, so you can reuse it each spring. You have it there for you to reuse. And another fantastic offering that I've added to the program is that you can share it with a couple of friends. So you pay the one price and split it amongst maybe 3 of you. And you all get together and have your prep night with the videos to prepare the meals. It reduces your cost, and then anytime you partner up with friends, you can support each other to get through the 10 days. The energy you will feel after a detox is amazing. You can be amazed at how your body will heal. I did a 21-day detox, and here were some of the things that happened to me. I'm not guaranteeing that they would happen to you, but here's what happened for me. They were amazing. The first one, I don't wear glasses anymore. My vision got better. Second one is I had plantar warts on my feet. I had 5 on my feet. They healed and they disappeared. The third one was the mind clarity. I could not believe how clearly I could think, how I didn't feel overwhelmed anymore, how I could just focus on one thing at a time. Those were just some of the symptoms. I mean, some of the results, I guess they're not symptoms, but some of the symptoms I reduced were amazing. But the best part was the energy that I had. The best way for me to describe it was I felt drunk on life. It was absolutely fantastic, and I want you to feel that fantastic too. So I appreciate you taking the time to go through this workshop today. Hopefully you can at least start integrating some lemon ginger water into your day and a 12-hour fast each evening. But I wanted to let you know that Release Your Mojo, the 10-day detox, starts on March 20th. So feel free to check out it on my website at rockthatmojo.com/detox. You can get all the information that you want from there. I encourage you to sign up early for a couple reasons. One, it gives you some pre-work tips, how to prepare for the upcoming detox. So that'll be very good for you to sign up early so that you can get that information. But the other thing is that you'll want to look at the 10 days after, and you'll want to try to keep yourself from adding too many things in during those 10 days. Because the truth is your body is going to need some rest time. When we detox, we have to rest. We have to give our body the opportunity to heal and to deal with those cravings. So I hope you found this information informative. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on our Facebook page. Again, that's MoJo Wellness. Just search that in Facebook and you'll find us. Or feel free to go to rockthatmojo.com. There is a contact me section and you can contact me and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. I hope you have a great day.